Welcome back to SaharaTV viewers. My name is Fatima Sesay, and right now I am sitting with Mr. Abodam himself, Mr. Kwaw Kese, who is visiting us straight from Ghana. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure,
So,
Thanks for having me.
No, definitely. So how are you finding New York City?
It's popping, the sun is out there, summer has really started and I'm feeling it.
And the babes are out.
Yeah.
I'm sure you like that.
Everybody looking hot, including yourself,
Why, thank you. So tell me, I was just watching your video with Sarkodie actually, and I really like it, and you give such deliverance. What would you describe your music as?
I describe my music, first it's hip life, and I believe I do hip hop, but in my Ghanaian language. But we call it hip life back home. So I do hip life and I do Afro rap. And I will classify my kind of music as hardcore, strictly for the street. And I call it mad hip hop.
Yeah, that's what. Speaking of that hand gesture, like what does it mean?
This simply means abodam in other words, madness,
Madness.
Yeah, but mine, I describe my madness as beautiful, so I call it the beautiful madness.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to get into the music industry?
I was born with music, of course my dad used to sing in the church choir, my mom, used to sing in the church.
Okay.
So way back from school, I started doing this music thing, like a hobby, my friends would play beats on the table in class, and I would be doing the rap.
Oh.
And when I finished high school, I decided to make it, as a job, commercial. So I commercialized myself. And
and you're doing a great job. So how is it like working with Sarkodie?
Working with Sarkodie it's a great experience. Sarkodie has been my friend from way back 2004.
Okay.
Yeah. When we started, when my first song came out, when I started going on radio, Sarkodie was doing the same, but he was kind of underground. We got the chance to hit out there from 2004. But he was working, and he also came in the scene like a couple of years after I came out. And we've been good friends way before we came out.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's my friend, and I do feature on his songs, he do feature on my songs too. So that's how it works.
Speaking of features, there's this person, Ball J, that you feature on your song. Is it Ball J or Ball J?
Ball J.
Ball J.
Yeah.
Yes. He gives deliverance as well.
Yeah.
So how is it? How did you guys come about working on your song like Lova Lova?
Ball J is a music producer.
Okay.
He's produced a lot of my hits, and he started rapping way back. He raps in English.
Exactly.
And in Ghana, back then the English rappers were not that much commercialized. So the likes of Ball J, did a lot of production. They always be behind the songs. He's been producing, but when he heard that beat, that beat was produced by Coptic. He's a Grammy producer. He lives in New York. He's from Brooklyn. He did the beat, Mr. Lova Lova. When Ball J heard the beat, he was like,
yeah, it's madness.
I want to jump on this. So I gave him the chance, and he spoiled it. Like, he killed it.
Okay. So besides those two artists, what other artists do you look forward to working with?
Actually, I've worked with top-notch artists. I've worked with Wyclef. I worked with Memphis Bleak.
I love Memphis Bleak.
Yeah, I worked with Two-Face Idibia, and I've worked with Brymo. So this is not something new. I've worked with a whole lot of top-notch artists, I think it's always a good experience when you leave your comfort zone, you know, to collaborate with somebody else who is also doing it in his comfort zone. You people come together, you bring a whole different thing. And that's what, you know, I think that defines music. Two cultures coming together to make a hit and make a great song. And I think that's something that I always look up to.
Exactly. So what challenges as an artist have you faced or do you continue to face to this day?
Wow, challenges. Yo, we face challenges coming from Ghana, and as an artist from Ghana, you know, we face a lot of challenges. One, the radio, promotion-wise, you know, these days when our DJs would demand payola, you pay before they play your songs. It's not easy to promote your songs out there. You know, these times when they play a lot of foreign songs than ours, you know, these are the challenges. You do music, good music, people dance to it, nobody buys it, they download it for free.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get your royalties, your copyright is being infringed on. These are the challenges that we face from our part of the world in what we do. And I think that's the main challenges that I face.
Wow, that's horrible. So, for someone looking to get into the music industry, what would you say to them? Especially like, you know, young artists back home.
If you are a young artist and you are coming out, my biggest advice is try to stay original, you know, be yourself. You know, photocopies don't last. So be yourself.
True.
And with determination and hard work, you can get there. It's time. When it's your time, nobody can take it from you. Yeah.
Well said. So I'm going to switch gears. A couple of months ago, you were arrested for smoking marijuana in public, I believe. So do you want to shed light on that incident?
The story as it pertains in the newspapers and in the media, it's not like that. You know,
okay.
You know, I'm a responsible man, you know, and I will not go and stand in public where everybody is looking at me and light a spliff and smoke.
Okay.
You know, but the media is painting the story like I was standing in front of thousands of people and just smoking in front of them.
Okay.
It wasn't like that.
Okay.
You know,
so what really happened?
After a performance, after a great performance on that night, me and my friends decided to go sit somewhere, have a drink, and just, you know, talk about the show and, you know, how it went. You know, we were sitting there. There was somebody who saw us doing our own thing in our corner.
Oh.
And thinking he has some powers, he called police to come and ransack us and paint the story that, he was standing in public and smoking. It wasn't like that. I'm a responsible man. I know where I can smoke and enjoy my spirit peacefully. You know, so.
Okay.
I believe the media always wants to sell, and they will publish a story in a way that will look, you know, attractive, that will attract the audience. And I think that's how they painted the story, but it wasn't like that.
Okay, so it's funny because Kwaw Kese, he's also from Ghana here in Sahara, and he also interviewed an artist, Black Rasta, over the weekend, who mentioned that politicians in office, they also smoke and they haven't gone like, you know, a day without smoking. Or what do you have to say about that?
To me, I think in every position that you find yourself, there are some people who smoke. Yeah, we have doctors who smoke. We have lawyers who smoke. We have politicians who smoke. Some that I know. Oh. You know, we have ministers who smoke. We have teachers who smoke. We have actors who smoke. We have actresses who smoke. We have musicians who smoke, DJs, presenters. So in every corner that you go, there's somebody who smokes. So if all these people smoke and they are hiding somewhere to do it, you know, and you come and make one person a scapegoat, you think somebody goes to smoke a spliff and you jail the person 10 years, 5 years. That is wickedness. Meanwhile, you are jailing the person, some of your people in that position smoke. So if you do that, I think it's a bigger, it's the biggest part of hypocrisy that you are playing. And secondly, it takes a wicked person to do that, to jail somebody or arrest somebody for something that he does and thinks the person is doing it too, and he has the power, so I have to arrest this person. Yeah, that is wickedness. That is hypocrisy, and that's what in our part of the world, in Ghana, that's so huge. Hypocrisy is very big, and to me, I think, you know, the best thing we can do is, you know, legalize this this thing, because you can't stop the people who...
You just brought me to my next question, but
you
continue.
You can't stop the people who does it. A lot of people do it. And if you can't stop them, the best thing is to legalize it and tax them so that you can make something out of them for doing that. But if you do it, I do it, and you arrest me and jail me, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, that brought me to my next question about the legalization of marijuana in Ghana. So what else do you have to say about that?
I second it.
You say
you know, listen, there's a lot of marijuana in Africa than in Amsterdam, in Holland, than in America. But how come in some parts of America it's legalized? You know, in some parts of Europe it's legalized. And where the thing is coming from is restricted. And some people get jailed 10 years, my sister. You know, if I'm your brother and I go to buy, let's say, a dime of weed, and a policeman chases me, arrests me, and jail me 10 years, 5 years. Has the country been so fair with his own people? It doesn't make sense. And I think it's time Africa realize that we are bigger than this kind of things. You know, this is something that people like. You know, you can't stop them from doing it. So you have to protect them.
Not just in Africa, everywhere.
Everywhere. You have
people are smoking.
People are smoking. And the best thing you can do for these people is to protect them. Okay. Not to jail them.
Gotcha.
And chase them in the bushes. Yeah.
Oh gosh. So what projects are you currently working on?
I'm currently working on my my new album. The title is Forever. Okay. And we're also working on the Best of Kwaw Kese, which is a compilation of all my hit songs from 2004 to date. And that idea came when I came to New York. And my fans wants to hear my music. I decided to, you know, put all the hits together and give it to them. So currently, as I'm sitting here with you, the Best of Kwaw Kese album will be released, volume 1, because it will be coming in volumes. So I have the first volume 1 coming out probably by this weekend. And I hope everybody can go out there and grab a copy. You can get it from all the African shops. You can get it on the internet. And,
Definitely. On iTunes? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be on iTunes.
Great. So, what's next?
Next, you know, release more songs, do more videos. Yeah, my album release, planning an album release in New York. later this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is, we're still working. The work is always in progress and we can't stop it.
Okay. Yeah. So lastly, I just want to ask you about the current Ghanaian president, Mahama. Yeah. And I know your elections are next year. Yeah. What comments do you have to say about him in power right now and what you hope for in the coming elections?
The president, I think he's doing his work. Mm-hmm. You know, we just have to give him some room to improve.
Okay.
But he has 1 year, and you know, elections will be back on. And you know, to me, I don't do much of politics.
Okay.
So I can't say this person should win, this person should win. Okay. Whoever comes to power, there's one thing that I want, that Ghana can be a better place. You know, I want people who can think about a country and build a great nation. So whoever comes to power and has that idea, I support them.
Okay, yeah. Great. So, do you mind spitting something for us real quick before you leave?
No. Well, Ben, me ye bako pe 1, numero 1. Mr. Neken, Beshe, size 0. Wofa kwa beye, Ghana to Cairo. Me fancy je, Brabeshe, Ohio. Maji bam naso, Mashe tawoto. Amanone, Ghana kutita medo. Hey, mabodam naso. Me leta obo what me ye nitri eye den mi wokobo fe me yakubu me papa ye audu me le ya mutu o time a shetu kache aliu me ye kapo badufu what from Ghana to London to Nigeria to Germany to Wagadugu awuche fre me yakubu hwe mo fre me yakubu wo fre me yakubu me papa ye yo this is Kwaw Kese abodam.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
There you have it, viewers. Mr. Abodam himself. Stay tuned.